All right. I hope everybody is doing great today. I am Dan Tomaszewski with Everything MSP. I hope everybody's having a awesome Halloween. It is Halloween here in the United States, and we are here for this month's elevator pitch. And very excited. We have three very awesome speakers here today. First and foremost, we're going to be talking with Alex Robinson with Comet Backup. And then we're going to move over to Steve Weinstock. And I might have said that wrong, but we'll double check here in a second here. And then who is with Josys. And then we have Mr. Miles Walker, who will be representing Vonahi. And so we will be kicking things off here. So our elevator pitch, one of the best things about elevator pitch is to be able to get some of the lowdown of these vendors, learn about what they do, and learn about the value that they provide to MSPs. At the end of the day, we are all looking to find new solutions to add to our stack or maybe replace something in our stack that allows us to be more efficient, more productive, more profitable, and deliver a better client experience. So that's what it's all about. And so each of our presenters will have 10 minutes to give us their elevator pitch. And then what we'll do is we will roll into our demo rooms. And within the demo rooms, it's going to give you guys the ability to be able to ask additional questions, see some hands-on, and just learn a little bit more about the product. You'll have the ability to move from demo room to demo room. So if you want to start, with one and move to the other, you'll have that capability. Now, I want to make sure that everybody stays all the way to the end because we have $250 of cash that we're going to give away to a lucky MSP attendee today. So very excited about that. So who doesn't want $250, right? So I know each of our presenters are like, hey, can I get in on that? But no, it's just for our MSP audience. And with that being said, we're gonna start things off, and we're gonna go in alphabetical order, starting with Comet Backup with Alex Robinson. And Alex, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really well. Thanks, Dan.
Excellent. And as we get started, Alex, we're going to put you on the spot. Of course, we got to put you on the spot. I want to have you tell us one thing unique about yourself that others might not know.
Well, I think one thing that most people sort of outside of people I work with anyway, don't know about is outside of doing this, I actually have a small hobby farm, and right now it's the middle of all the birds hatching. So I've got lots of baby goslings running around, baby turkeys,
Oh, wow.
lots of baby chickens on the way as well. So I'm very busy.
Very, very cool. Very cool. So, Alex, we're going to kick things off. You do have co-host capabilities. So if you want to go ahead and share your screen, and we are also going to start our timer. You have 10 minutes, and we'll go ahead and kick things off now.
All right, perfect. So thanks very much, Dan. It's great to be here today. So as Dan said, I'm Alex from Comet Backup. And firstly, I apologize, I don't have any Halloween costumes. It's 7 in the morning here in New Zealand, so I think I look scary enough. So we'll start from there. So what is Comet exactly? It's a good question. Comet's your mission control for data protection. Of course, we all know how important data protection is, whether your client gets hit with ransomware, hardware failure, or hey, just old-fashioned human error. Data loss can be a business-ending event for your clients. If your clients need data protection, Comet Backup is the tool for you. So anyway, who are we? What do we do? Now, we're a backup solution by MSPs for MSPs. And you're probably thinking that sounds like a really strange statement. However, we actually got our start as a managed service provider nearly 25 years ago. Then in 2015, we started to build Comet Backup from the ground up. Our aim was to make the best all-round backup solution for people like you. Our goal is making setting up and managing your customers' backups easy, secure, and reliable. Now, Comet comes in two flavors. We've got Comet hosted and self-hosted. Comet hosted That's our turnkey cloud-based solution with the option for fully integrated storage. With Comet Hosted, there's absolutely no need to host or maintain your own management console. We take care of all of that for you. All you've got to do is just log in and go. Or, if you prefer keeping everything in-house, we also offer a fully customizable, self-hosted solution for anyone with some more complex or on-prem requirements. Now, since I work in sales, I spend a lot of time talking to MSP business owners, and I know the big question is always, what's this going to cost me? So I thought that'd actually be a really good place to start. Well, we have MSP focused plans starting from just $49 a month for both cloud hosted and self-hosted options. What's more, our endpoint licenses start from only $2 per endpoint per month, regardless if it's a server, a workstation, or a laptop. I know oftentimes, like when it comes to looking at prices for SaaS products, it's really hard to get accurate pricing, but we don't gatekeep our pricing. So if you visit our website, we've got a simple calculator where you can work out your total price, including your endpoints and your storage costs. We've got no sneaky hidden fees, no complicated contracts or licensing models. What we do, we only charge you for what you're going to use when you use it. And I think that's pretty good. Now, with Comet, what can I actually back up? I've talked to you about the cost. Let's go over the second biggest question. We've got over a dozen different backup types. That includes our most popular solutions, Files and Folders Backup, Windows Disk Image with Bare Metal Restore, Microsoft 365, Hyper-V and VMware, Synology, and as you can see, the list just goes on. Now, this includes our most popular solutions. Sorry, all these backups are run via our lightweight agent that's available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. Also, as a little preview, I can let you know we're actually just about to add support for Linux Disk Image as well. Yeah, we've had a ton of requests for this, so I know it's going to be popular. It's currently just in beta, but if you'd like to test it on a trial, let me know and I can give you some access. Just reach out to me afterwards for some more info. Now, I've talked about what you can back up. Let's talk about where you can store it. After all, what good are backups if you don't have somewhere safe to put them? As you can see, we offer three main options. Firstly, if you've already got a preferred cloud storage provider, just feel free to use them. We're compatible with pretty much every compatible S3 storage provider. If you've got your own local storage, once again, that's awesome. You can use that too. If you bring your own cloud or local storage to Comet, there's no storage charge from us. Or if you're looking for a simple but reliable turnkey solution, we've got you covered as well. We've got Comet Storage, which is actually powered by Wasabi. Comet Storage is great. It's only $6.99 a terabyte a month, and that's a pool charge across all your clients' backups. Comet Storage gives you all the benefits of choosing a top player in cloud storage with a dozen different storage regions available globally. Using Comet Storage is going to save you the time and hassle of managing multiple accounts and billing from different vendors just to manage your backups. With Comet, you can easily manage all your backups from one pane of glass. All your backups are automated. You have instant oversight of all your clients' job statuses and built-in reporting to monitor all your clients' backups. These are easy to customize so you can see what you want when you need to see it. What about this? Is Comet fast? Is Comet secure? Now, I get lots of questions about performance and security, and of course, security is front and center for us. That's why all your backups are end-to-end encrypted and can be immutable. Everything is deduplicated and compressed client-side, saving you valuable storage space. All your backups are direct to storage and incremental forever. That means there's no need for full uploads ever, saving you time, saving you money, because we understand as MSPs, every dollar and every minute counts. Comet makes it really simple to roll out backups to all your customers quickly and at scale. With fully customizable policies, the ability to add users in bulk and deploy to your clients' endpoints, Comet's super easy to manage no matter what your client's size and needs may be. Now, I'm pretty sure my contract says I'm not allowed to sing on product pitches, but as the Beatles said in a song, help, I need somebody, not just anybody. And as you can tell, this isn't a stock image. And Mike, our head of support, he isn't just anybody. Like a lot of support techs, he prefers to stay behind the monitors, answering tickets rather than getting his photo taken. Now, I could have just been really sneaky and just pulled his company headshot, but I thought this image really showcases Mike at his absolute best. And I wanted to prove to you that he's real. In fact, all our in-house techs are real, fully trained Comet Backup experts. What's more, Mike, he just sits 2 desks away from me. Why is any of that important? Here at Comet, we believe a solution is only as good as the team backing it up. And we only make one product, Comet Backup. So 100% of our support and development goes into making backups better for you every single week. We back our product up with great in-house support that our customers love, and of course, a friendly, no-pressure sales and onboarding team who are here to help recommend the perfect backup solution for you. Now, if Comet sounds like something you're interested in getting started with, or even if you'd just like to see what we can do, we offer a full-featured 30-day free trial that even includes 5 terabytes of Comet storage. Now, getting started is really easy. No credit cards required to sign up for the trial, and you can make your first backup or start your first backup in 15 minutes or less. All you need to do is follow the link on screen to sign up. That's cometbackup.com/free-trial. And today, I've got an exclusive bonus for Everything MSP members. Just use the promo code EverythingMSP. That's Everything MSP, all one word. Capitals or lowercase, it actually doesn't matter. And you'll get a $50 bonus when you sign up. Now, I understand you might not be quite ready for a trial yet, or if you just prefer to talk one-on-one with me about how Comet could protect your clients' critical data, feel free. You can just go to cometbackup.com, click on the big Speak to Sales button at the top right of the page, or if you prefer just talking over email, you can reach me at alex@cometbackup.com. And once again, thanks everyone for attending today. I'll be available for more questions in the demo room after the presentations are complete. And back over to you, Dan.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Alex. That data backup is so critical, and having a variety of options from one vendor is also just a critical part. So thank you so much, Alex. We're gonna move on to our next presenter. We've got Steve Weinstock with Josys. And Steve, how are you doing today?
I am awesome. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. It's a beautiful day here in Michigan, and I'm very excited to be able to learn a little bit more about Josys. And but before we start that, we're going to put you on in the hot chair as well, because we want to learn one thing about you that others might not know.
Some people know this, but none of you probably do. I am a very mediocre golfer who is trying to get better.
Nice.
Trying
We
hard.
trying hard. Yep. Well, we should golf together, because I am
Let's do
not
it.
a good golfer, and it's always that intimidation of golfing with someone that's better than you, and so hey, if I can golf with someone that gives themselves the label of mediocre, that would be great. So next time we're at a conference together, we'll have to definitely get out on the links.
Happy to. Love it.
Awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn things over to you. We're going to start your timer, and we will start the timer right now. You have 10 minutes, and we'll talk to you soon.
Let's do it. Okay, so I am with Josys. We are a SaaS management platform. My role specifically is North American business development, tied to or working with MSPs such as yourselves. So let's talk a little bit more about my company. So we are about 3.5 years old. I think we're closer to about 170-ish people today, privately held, well-funded. We are actually a Japanese company, headquartered and founded out of Japan. Today, we have probably closer to about 600 customers on our solution, which again is a SaaS management platform, many types of or company names that you would have seen, both direct and MSP. We're a global company. Offices pretty much everywhere, with the current exception of in EMEA today, and we'll be likely moving there shortly. Let's talk about the why first. So a SaaS management platform, first off, what is it? Basically, it's a tool for MSPs to help manage all the cloud apps that your clients use. Cloud applications, typically like end user apps, not unlike Zoom, what we're using today. So why? Well, application use has been growing pretty steadily for the past really 8+ years, in all honesty, accelerated from COVID, et cetera. And now many of your clients today are using upwards of 50+ different applications. Sometimes they come in and say, oh, we're only using 2 or 3. And then you ask, well, do you use this or that? Then they say, yeah, I do. And pretty quickly, it all adds up into a quite large number of applications. Today, unfortunately, many of your peers, hopefully not all of you, but many of your peers are utilizing spreadsheets to help manage this type of activity. Basically, how many licenses do you have? Who's using them? Do we have excess capacity? What is the start and end dates of subscriptions, costs, etc.? And as a result, that leads to a very low level of visibility into the applications that your clients are using. So what's the problem with that? Well, ultimately, it leads to SaaS sprawl. That lack of visibility means that you just don't have control. Lack of control leads to errors, among other things. Also, you will have potentially some security vulnerabilities. One of the things that we cover is shadow IT. So all the applications that people are using unbeknownst to their employer or to you as the MSP. This also leads to a very large amount of waste. So part of our platform can help identify not only who has licenses, but frankly, do they use them? Huge opportunity to save money for your clients. On average, our clients, across the 580+ users, they have about 22% of all licenses are not being utilized today. And this ultimately leads to strain across the MSPs, and we're here to help with the solution. So what is the solution? Well, it's purpose-built for MSPs. It's multi-tenant, i.e. therefore you see all of your clients within the platform. We integrate with the identity providers that your clients typically use, usually Microsoft, but we can also work with Google Workspace, have well over 300 different applications that we work with today, and add actually more integrations on a monthly basis to the tune of about 5 to 10. All brought into a single dashboard, a single platform, a single pane of glass for you to help you gain control, make sure you have visibility into shadow IT and have a governance standpoint, look at the cost optimization opportunities, and then also help you from an on and offboarding perspective. So that single pane of control, first and foremost, that gives you visibility across all the apps that you're managing. Who has them? How many licenses are available? Do you have excess capacity to do on and offboarding activity across all the apps on a per client basis? So we have that multi-tenant view, but then we go into single client views as well. So it's specific to your customers. Shadow IT, again, big problem. I think every one of us, if you're honest, would admit to having used an application at some point that your IT didn't provide you. I do it. I know it. Everybody I know pretty much does it. Some of those things are pretty benign, right? I use Calendly as an example to have people schedule on my calendar. Probably not a security issue, but it is uncontrolled from my IT group's perspective. Other things could be huge security issues. Think like if all your client is structured around using 1Password for password management, but somebody starts logging into Keeper or LastPass or something else, that password sort of sprawl, lack of control, poses opportunities. If your client is utilizing things like Microsoft OneDrive for all of their data storage, that's what they tell their employees they have to use. What if somebody logs into Box or Dropbox? Again, possibility. If your client is going for SOC 2 or ISO audit or re-audit, and the auditor is taking a look at these things, they will show up. You have the opportunity to head this off at the pass with our tools. Cost savings. Again, on average, our clients have about 22% wasted licenses. The biggest culprit, Zoom. Everybody and their brother got Zoom when COVID hit. You only need a license if you're scheduling meetings. upwards of 36% of all Zoom licenses are not actually needed today. Here are some quotes from some of our happy customers, both MSPs and some direct. We work with both. We ensure that there's absolutely no channel conflict. Ultimately, when the day is said and done, whatever the end customer wants is what we will do. And we have models to support both of you. But for this purposes, obviously, we're focused on the MSPs. So to that end, if you would like to participate, obviously, in the demo breakout sessions, please do. If you're trying to go to multiple companies and you can only attend one, if you will, during the demo sessions, scan here. This will get you right to my calendar that you can set up a time to meet with me. We are offering MSPs free trials. They are no commitment, no credit card needed, etc. Those trials, typically, we will onboard you as the first client, the first tenant, so you can experience it. Onboarding, 20-ish minutes. We can also then help you onboard the rest of your clients to get a better feel for it. Our pricing models are based off of specifically employees, essentially, within the companies that you manage. We don't care about how many apps you have. We don't care how many endpoints they have. We don't even care how many clients you have. It's specifically set up against how many people are being managed and the applications that they use. Pricing, as I'm sure everybody's interested, we have list pricing. It starts out at a level of $1.50 per license per month. That can be impacted dramatically and drop, even greater than 50% off. Let's talk. Let's figure out what's right for you, what scale you have, etc., and then we can get you going. Pricing is also something you will not need to worry about until next year, as we are 100% free for your use through the rest of this year. Again, please scan here, come see me, and be happy to get you set up.
Awesome, Steve. That's incredible. When you talk about those licenses that are out there in use that, just an organization might not be aware of, the whole out of sight, out of mind thing is real. And so thank you. And we'll see you in the demo room shortly. And next we have Mr. Miles Walker. How you doing today, Miles?
Doing great. I did pull my groin at basketball, so I'm not walking very well, but I think I'm doing better than you, Dan.
Exactly. Is that your thing that, nobody knows about you?
No, I mean, I would assume people who I know on here will know I play basketball with my 44-year-old every Wednesday. So there you go.
There you go. I thought you were 34, dude.
I'll take that. Sorry.
There
My
you go.
34-year-old knees. That's what I meant to say. I misspoke.
There you go. Well, we have Miles Walker. We're going to talk about Vonahi and another critical area when it comes to security. We're going to go ahead and set your timer now for 10 minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, Miles Walker.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Dan. Thanks, Talon. Thanks to Alex and Steve. So Vonahi, changing the way the world does pen testing through automation. I have got probably way too many slides here, so let's dive right in. If I could get everybody to grab their phone, because hopefully you'll take a couple photos or a couple screen grabs of this. There'll hopefully be something that resonates with you here. But what keeps MSPs up at night? This one's pretty crazy. I like to start a lot of my presentations with a little bit of background on the world of cybersecurity. So by 2025, so we're just 2 months away, 2 months and 1 day away from this actually happening. But the global cost of cyber crimes will be 10.5 trillion. If there are any math nerds listening, that would be the third highest GDP on earth after the USA, China. So the third largest economy will be cyber crimes. And now everybody's getting attacked. It used to be large scale enterprises. Now 73% of cyber attacks are targeting SMBs, so small and medium-sized businesses, basically who an MSP works with. Let's keep going. So when we're talking about pen testing, obviously I want to dive into a little bit of numbers. We work with over 2,400 MSPs currently. We're one of the largest pen testing companies in the channel, with over 37,000 pen tests completed. We're SOC 2, and that's something important to a lot of people. And here is one of our testimonials. So once again, have that phone, take some photos, because I'm going to be moving quite quickly through these slides today. So this is a question I often get asked: who actually needs a pen test? And this is where a lot of verticals or industries fall. So when we're talking about pen testing, we're talking about where it's going to be required. I know in the US, you guys are right behind Europe when it comes to pen testing in the world. Canada, where I'm based, we're a little bit behind you guys, but we're going to see that all come into play in 2025. So if you have clients that are in finance, manufacturing, healthcare, technology, government, education, oil and gas, investment, insurance, and IT services, you're probably looking at pen tests now, and you're probably thinking, you know, what products and what solutions are out there. And over the last 3,000 pen tests we've done, so we took a sample of the last 3,000 pen tests we've done, and this is the industries they fell under. So whether it's technology, investment, healthcare, or finance, this is where we're hitting a lot of the end users right now, obviously working through MSPs. So a great slide to take a photo of, especially if you have clientele who are in one of these verticals. You can say, listen, this is something that is now becoming mandatory. If you want to stay up to date with compliance, this is something you have to be doing. So the question I get often is, Miles, we're doing mini pen tests. I don't like to talk about mini pen tests, because a mini pen test is a nice way to say you're not actually doing a pen test. And I do love The Office more than life itself. I'm actually watching, I know Alex is from New Zealand, which is not far away, but I'm actually watching the Australian Office, which just debuted about a week and a half ago. It's on Amazon Prime. I should probably get a plug from Amazon Prime for that, but it's also amazing. But had to throw in an Office meme here. Would I call a vulnerability scan an automated pen test? No, Michael, that's fraud. Often people say, Miles, we're already doing pen testing. I said, oh, great. Which company? They tell me a company name, and they're actually doing vulnerability scanning. They're very different. Here is the difference between the two. This is something you need to know as MSPs, because you want to make sure you're keeping your, your end users safe, and you're complying with what they need. For cyber insurance, there's not ever a section or a box where you can tick mini pen test. So this is the difference. Probably the main two differences here. Pen testing identifies unknown weaknesses and potential attack paths, and also simulates real world attacks. So this is the difference. Vulnerability scanning is amazing. I'm not taking anything away from that. We have a great vulnerability scanning tool. All I'm saying is you need to be doing vulnerability scanning as well as pen testing, depending on the industry. All right, so this has been the problem in the past. So people have said, we can't do pen testing, we don't have the money, or our clients don't have the money, and that's because it's expensive. You know, almost 80% believe pen tests are too expensive. And the next one is it's slow. 2 weeks to 1 month. Okay, we've turned that on its head. So manual network pen testing used to be expensive, used to be painfully slow, and now we have the solution for you. So with us, low cost, so 50% less expensive than manual pen testing. And we can usually do a turnaround of 6 to 8 hours on average for internal pen testing. So that's something everyone needs to know. If you're thinking about doing pen testing, depending on what verticals you work with, it's going to be something that you're going to have to do in 2025. I'm not saying you have to go with us, but you have to do your research. Okay. Take a look, see what a demo looks like, see what the product looks like, see if it's right for you. And when we're talking about pen testing, I love to break it down in simple terms. And simple terms are, our good guys act like bad guys. Okay. So they identify those security gaps where your end user is probably struggling and where they could be vulnerable moving forward. And we give them all that information. Who's our team? We have a group of ethical hackers here. And it's the equivalent of hiring a team of ethical hackers to look after that end user for you. All right. And what's so much more important nowadays, every industry has got a regulatory board. They need to be compliant. And the report that we give you meets compliance. So you can tick that box on the cyber insurance that you're doing a pen test. Some industries say it just has to be once a year, some 2, some as much as 4. Okay. So moving forward into 2025, pen test is going to be something that you're going to probably have to do for a lot of your partners or end users. But how do we fare compared to the competition? I'm guessing a lot of people listening here, use G2, and this is something we are super proud of. So we're the leader as of the summer of 2024. And why we're the leader? We're easy to set up. We can implement in less than 1 day, and you can see an ROI typically within less than 6 months. This really is a no-brainer. Since the acquisition of Vonahi, this has been one of our easiest selling products because so many MSPs come up and say, we need to start looking at pen testing. Do you have something? And yes, we do. So just to recap that, for 2025, okay, 2024 is almost gone. I've got about 2.5 minutes left, but pen testing and compliance are something that everyone needs to think about moving forward. Okay. So I want to do a little sidetrack here. I recently did a cyber threats webinar where we looked at our cybersecurity survey. We do 2 of these a year. And this is crazy when I saw these numbers, because I remember doing this webinar last year, and this looked at MSPs and the security solutions that MSPs were implementing in 2024. And last year, pen testing was about 15 to 20%. So it has gone up double. So over 100% increase, and 40% of MSPs are now adding penetration testing to their stack. If that is not a reason for you to think about, doing a demo, seeing what Vonahi is all about, nothing else in this slideshow will help you here. More than 2/3 of respondents test at least twice per year. So it's not just one time. So this is a great moneymaker for you. And then 1/3 test at least 3 times in a year. Okay, pretty crazy stuff. So benefits to MSPs, of course, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's super easy to use, white labeled, multi-tenant, compliance-ready reports. It's backed by security experts, and most important, cost-effective. We're seeing such good margins for MSPs who use Vonahi. Don't just listen to me. Here's one of our partners, Direct IT, and this is how he used vPentest, which is part of Vonahi, as he said, the greatest door opener that he's ever seen. Wow, that's a great quote. So he's closed over 11 deals. Okay, he's sold over 38K in pen tests. 5 are already in the Vonahi dashboard, about 170 IPs. This is 7.5 times more than what I paid for Vonahi in the entire first year. And I made it in just 2 weeks. This is unbelievable. Take a photo of this, please. Out of 11 deals, 7 are now potential clients that have a chance to sell managed services to. So a lot of people are using Vonahi as a potential to open up more doors for other type of solutions to offer. I'm pretty much on 10 minutes there. I know I had a clock. I've got about 30 seconds left. Please take out your phone, scan that QR code. That's connecting yourself with me. But more importantly, let's talk about doing a demo. We'll get you on with one of our solution specialists. They can dive into the weeds and show you why Vonahi is one of the most important products out there in the world of pen testing today. We're super proud of it. We're super proud of the growth we've seen, and we're super excited to help people with all of their penetration testing needs. That is it. I think I've got 15 seconds left. I'm done. Thanks so much, Talon. Thanks so much, Dan.
So we got 15 seconds back here, ladies and gentlemen. But great stuff. When we take a look at security and compliance and insurance, I think, taking a look at that stat, that 40% stat with the pen test, that trend is going to continue to increase. And so Miles, thank you so much for that. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to open up our demo rooms. And before we open up the demo rooms, the thing that we're going to do first is we're going to throw a poll out there. So this poll is asking which of these vendors, whether it be Comet, Josys, or Vonahi, that you want to hear from. So go ahead and complete that. We'll pass this information along to each of the vendors so that they can reach out to you. Got a lot of great information today, so go ahead and fill that poll. We'll leave that up for just another moment. Now, so I'm going to give you a little heads up here. So to get into the demo rooms, or as they're called in Zoom, breakout rooms, the lower part of your screen, you'll see there's a breakout rooms icon. And that's where you can go click on that, and you can pick which of the breakout rooms that you'll want to go to. Again, you can, start with Comet, for example, move to Josys, and then move to Vonahi. You can bounce around to any of the three. And if you do have any issues or struggles to be able to get into the rooms, just go ahead and throw a message into chat, and Talon or myself will help you get into the room that you would like to start out in. And again, please wait until the end because we have $250 cash that we want to give away today on Halloween. What better way to celebrate Halloween than to, get $250 of cash? It's a little bit better than, going to get it, one of the little baby Ruth or Snicker bars, at the neighbor's house. So unless you got $250 cash given away by all of your neighbors. And if you do, we want to send my kids over to your neighborhood. So with that being said, let's go ahead and open up our breakout rooms and go ahead and jump into those. And we will be back in about 20 minutes. And you will automatically be moved back into the main stage. And we will go ahead at that point and select our lucky winner. All right. Hope everybody enjoyed their demo rooms. We are back here. We've got everybody back into our main stage area. And so what we're going to do is we are going to wrap things up. I do want to mention for our audience that tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time, we have our MSP discussion group. And you're welcome to join. If you go to the everythinmsp.com website, go to the resources tab. We have a lot of great information in there. You can check out our blogs. We have our podcast. We have which is called The Stack. We have WTF Wednesdays, which stands for What the Function. We also have our newsletter. And as I also mentioned too, we have the MSP discussion group called Build It Better, which is each Friday, 12 noon Eastern time. So we talk about successes, challenges, and changes that are occurring in the channel. Great place to discuss, with other MSPs. And so the moment you've been waiting for, we have our winner, Dave Bursky, who is with New Ideas in Communications. So congratulations to Dave. We will reach out to you and get your information so we can get that $250 cash over to you. With that being said, everybody, thank you so much. Miles, Alex, Steve, thank you to each of you for sharing your wealth of knowledge with us. And everybody have a great rest of your day. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care, everybody.